it just opened up the whole lot of like, oh my God, these people have jobs. Oh, everyone else has relationships. Everyone else has a crush that they're thinking about, hoping that's going to text them back. Everyone else has like a weird pain in their knee that's been bothering them all day. Everyone else has like all this other stuff going on. So to think that anyone would spend more than 2 minutes talking about me in their day is wild.
Welcome to Advice Accreditation Bureau, the comedy podcast that pokes fun at modern day life advice. My name is Andy Prokopis, and today I'm joined by phenomenal comedian and MC, Bec Charlwood. Bec, welcome. Are you still podcasting at the moment?
No, I haven't for about like a year, and I miss it so much.
Yeah.
I miss having an hour every week where I get to just like talk about what I've watched on TV essentially, and people listen and go, wow, that's so cool.
Yeah. What are you watching at the moment?
Oh, I'm watching Bridgerton.
Okay. What's that, like season 8?
Season 4.
Okay.
But they split it into 2 parts, so it feels like season 8.
Okay.
And then before that, I was watching Outlander.
Oh, gosh.
Which I think I got unhealthily obsessed with.
It's 2 very different shows.
But still romance-based.
Okay.
There's still... Wait, are you thinking of Highlander?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, everyone thinks...
Maybe.
No, Outlander is very much a romance show.
Yeah, got it.
And so, yeah, I've been in my romance bag for a while.
Yeah. And
Heated Rivalry's next, for sure.
Oh, you haven't done Heated Rivalry?
Yeah,
oh,
have you watched
Bec.
Heated Rivalry?
Sorry. It's so good. So, but the thing is, I was watching Heated Rivalry like as it went to air, and the second...
So you were at the start.
You
were ahead of everyone else.
Well, yeah, or just as it was being released, like gay hockey, sure, why not? And I got to the end of episode 2, and you would have seen the discourse of, it's just porn, etc. And that's how I felt. I'm like, I'll just watch porn.
Yeah.
But I went back to episode 3, and that's when it just like goes. Yeah, I was honestly going to drop off.
Because I've only seen the clips, and I'm like, no, this is more. This is about yearning.
It is, yeah. It's really, really special. So I highly recommend.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I cannot wait.
Are you just a binger?
Yeah, massively.
Yeah.
I think I actually have, I don't know if it's a gift or a problem, but I can lap like an entire 7-season show within a month.
Oh, yeah.
Like I make it my purpose, which I think really deters from the whole doing stand-up comedy thing.
Yeah.
People are like, what are you doing? You're writing every day? I'm like, no, I'm getting 8 episodes in.
What is your go-to comfort 7-season?
30 Rock.
Oh, yeah.
I love 30 Rock.
Yeah.
And because also every time I watch it, I pick up a new joke. It's just so dense. Every time I go through, I'm like, I didn't even hear that one last time. I think I've watched it like 8 times at this point.
It is crazy dense.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the fact that Jane Krakowski never won an Emmy, one of the best TV characters ever written.
I've met her.
Have you? Mm-hmm. Whereabouts?
I worked with her on a TV show.
Oh, did you?
When COVID happened, they filmed a bunch of like US TV shows down here.
Okay.
Because it was easier for, I don't know, I couldn't explain why. I was just absolutely stoked to get the call up. It was a music game show called Name That Tune.
Yeah.
And because I'd worked on like Spicks and Specs and stuff before, that's like how I got into it. But she was the host and Randy Jackson was like the musical guy. And so I got to like workshop like games with her and stuff, and like she's so cool and she's so beautiful.
Yeah.
It like even in person you're just like, oh my God, that's a stunning lady.
Very, very, very jealous. And I'm jealous of anyone who's seen O'Mary.
When is it coming to Australia?
Needs to
Probably
come to Australia.
2035.
It's almost like I cannot wait to see it in wherever it is that I see it.
Yes.
But it's just, and the casting, like they
Every
haven't
time
got
they
one.
release one, I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
We're being taunted. We're being bullied.
My pick is, I reckon Jennifer Lawrence is going to do it.
Really?
I base that on nothing.
That would be fun.
It would make, in my head, it makes sense.
Yeah. I reckon Sarah Paulson would be really fun.
She would be great.
Yeah.
She would be great. But thank you for coming along.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Welcome to the Bureau.
Yes.
Yes.
A very official name for a comedy podcast. When you sent me the notes for it, I was like, oh, okay. Do I wear a suit and tie?
I was in a singlet with Jake Howie. It was Mufti Day at the at the bureau, which sounds, as a Queenslander, we didn't have, it was just free, plain clothes day.
We had, free dress day. And then when I moved to Sydney, it was like mufti day. I was like...
It sounds really racist.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or even like a muff sounds like muffin, which is like another word for pussy. And I was like, this is a children.
Yeah.
It's famously school where the children are. What is going on here?
But I've dressed up. I'm now matching the furniture. So
yeah, with these beautiful caramel tones, and that's why I have an ISO latte, of course, to match the furniture as well.
Wonderful. But I guess we better get down to business.
Yes. These people are sitting here hearing us gab, going, God, please tell me what to do with my life.
Exactly. So, Bec, what is a piece of advice that you swear by?
No one cares about you as much as you think they do. Even the people that love you and care about you, they are not thinking about you as much as you would like. And so do whatever the fuck you want.
This is, firstly, I couldn't agree more. And I think, and whether you can relate to this as a comedian, have you ever performed at Funny Buggers? I'm going to name Funny Buggers. I'm sure Chris won't mind.
Yeah.
But Funny Buggers so famously runs late. Mm-hmm. It's held in Palms nightclub, for anyone who doesn't know, which is gay nightclub in Sydney.
One of the only comedy/nightclub gigs where it's like people have to like sit quietly and take in people talking to hard cut people grinding in G-strings. But 10 minutes later, after the audience filters out.
Well, a very humbling experience happened when the time was running over and people were coming down the stairs ready for their Friday night out.
Yeah.
And they were chatting all through my set while I'm just trying to pursue a dream and
tell your little stories.
Tell my little stories. And it was at that moment that I realised nobody cares about me as much as I do.
Yeah, they're here for their Saturday night.
Yeah.
They're like, go fuck yourself. Who is this person taking up the stage?
Yeah.
Why is no one dancing on the stage?
So how did you come to this realization?
Oh, I think it was an ex-boyfriend of mine, and he was a comedian, and I'd like just moved to Sydney and was like obsessing over like I just had like a bad set, and the next day I was like, oh, and this person was there and this person was there, oh, and then they're gonna talk about me and they're never gonna book me again, and so it's like I've got to do this, I've got to do that. And he was just like, hey, they don't give a fuck about you, like they don't care. And it was, he said it in a mean way, which honestly I was like, well, I think we need to break up after this.
I was going to say, well, like, how was it delivered? Like, was it delivered like that, and how was that received?
Oh, it was delivered in a mean way like, I'm sick of this bitch being so paranoid about what everyone thinks about her all the time. But after it was a real moment of being like, oh, yeah, like, of course, no one's obsessing over my 5 minutes of stand-up comedy that I'm doing. And then it just opened up the whole lot of like, oh my God, these people have jobs. Oh, everyone else has relationships. Everyone else has a crush that they're thinking about, hoping that's going to text them out. Everyone else has like a weird pain in their knee that's been bothering them all day. Everyone else has like all this other stuff going on. So to think that anyone would spend more than 2 minutes talking about me in their day is wild.
It is wild, but we see it happen. Like, and to bring it back to heated rivalry, like I've had, which I'll probably do at least 6 times during this podcast, but I look at those two guys, and that show launched at the end of November last year. So what are we, beginning of February?
Oh, wow.
Whenever this airs, but we're in February now, and they were like waiting tables, like, say this time last year.
Wow.
And you got to think, how did they deal with people caring, and what is that crash going to be like, assuming that it will happen at some time, because it's proper Beatlemania.
Because even though we all care and we love these boys, like, I'm thinking about them for maybe 20 seconds a day. You know, maybe it's different for you as a gay man. You know,
it's
maybe they're spending about 5 minutes in there every day.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
but like, it's like I care about them, but also I'm like, I don't know, I care about the show. Like, I care about like even celebrities, my favorite celebrities that I love. It's like it must feel so full on of having, you know, like thousands of people. But at the end of the day, it's like no one's going to follow up on anything.
Sure.
Any scandal that happens, people forget about it within a year unless it's like really bad, you know, like everything just cycles through so quickly and our lives are so full. And so to think that people are, like you said, like, I don't know, you messed up a word. It's like, well, that's going to follow me around for the rest of my life. You know, like it's just not something people need to worry about.
And it's freeing.
Exactly. It stopped me from like because there was so many like jokes I was too scared to say or like ideas I was too scared to follow on because someone in my head, I was like, well, that person wouldn't like it. And I was like, well, that person doesn't think about you. So just do the thing, like do whatever. And because it was stopping me of doing so many things and creating so much stuff.
Yeah.
And you can see, like, as soon as I figured it out, it's like everything that I put out, just all of a sudden, like, the volume went, like, way up.
Totally. And it's that volume, like, the more you do, the better you get. And the more, not so much that people care, but that positive feedback.
Yeah.
And then you kind of can focus more on those things that you enjoy. And it does, like, it really initiates a positive chain of events. I'm going to try and remember this. There's a guy, Daniel Pink, who's a psychologist, and he was talking about this exercise that two groups of people, they were making pots, like pots, not pots. And one group was told to make, like, focus on quality. You need to make the most perfect pot. The second group was quantity. You need to make as many pots as you humanly possibly can in the allotted amount of time. And it turned out that the people who were making the more pot, like the quantity group, were making more perfect pots because they were honing the craft over, whereas everyone was just kind of obsessing about the perfection piece.
Yeah, and be like, what is a perfect pot? Who's going to perceive this pot?
Exactly. Yeah. So it's just get out there.
Yeah, just do it. And I think you can apply it to not just like professional stuff. I think definitely when you're hungover on a Sunday.
Of course.
And you're like, oh my God, I can't
The
believe
fear.
I said that. I can't believe I made that joke. Oh God, they're going to hate me forever. I was like, there's going to be at most one thread in a group chat where it's like, you hear what fucking Bec said? Like, and then they go, yeah, that was weird. And then they will get over it. Unless they hate you, and in that case,
sure,
they don't care about you.
It was going to happen anyway. Yeah, awesome. No, I love this advice. So big accredited from the Bureau.
Shout out to my ex. Shout out to my ex for giving me a reason to break up with you and the rule that I live my life by.
Excellent. Yeah, shout out. Onto some bad advice or advice that's presented as good that you think is bad.
The worst advice I've ever received, and I'll stand by this, I'll fight anyone on this, is that life is short. Life is so fucking long. It goes, I'm only 32, right? Which is young. If you're in your 30s, everyone says that young. If you're 21 and listen to this, you're like, grandma, shut up. But like, I look at my grandpa and he's 93.
Yeah, wow.
And he was 61 when I was born, and he's looked the same that entire time. He's been old my entire life.
Yeah.
And that's only a third of what he's been through. Like, it goes on forever. And he's bored. He's over it. He's sort of like going around the house being like, yeah, I don't know, just... I wish I wasn't so healthy. Because he's fully there and he's like, oh, I'm just sick of it. He's read every book he's going to read. He's learnt every lesson. He's not going to, like, it goes along. And also I think it made me like rush through my early 20s because I was like, quick, you got to do everything. You've got to live your life. And I think I tuckered myself out. I've been like, we've got to experience everything. And I was like, so trying to like get everything done. Also just sleeping with every person because I'm like, who cares? This could all be gone tomorrow. And it turns out it wasn't. And now it's 12 years later and I go back to my hometown and I'm in the Woolworths and I bump into a guy that I had subpar anal with in 2014 with his wife and kids. And I'm like, God, yeah, I really wish I wasn't in a rush to experience everything because some experiences you got to think about.
Any advice that prevents subpar anal, I'm on board with. But I agree, and I've had the conversation over again, and it was prompted. It was someone's comedy bit. I can't remember who it is, but I definitely cannot take credit for this. It was how Ronan Keating's "Loving Each Day as if it's the last" is actually terrible advice, because if you're just going wild, like hitting like drugs and sex and everything, and then you need to walk through the Woolworths the next day.
Yeah, you do all of the drugs and all the partying, and you get to 32 and you go, I've fucked my serotonin.
Yeah.
I've fucked my dopamine. The level of routine I have to try and get 6 hours sleep a night is ridiculous. Yeah. Like, I wish I just did half the amount of drugs, and I think I would be so much more mentally healthy.
How much sleep are you getting a night?
Well, at the moment I'm getting about like 4.
Oh wow!
But I've had a little bit of a depressive episode. Okay. But usually I get it like about 6. I know I need more, but I just can't.
Yeah,
I just can't manage it.
Yeah.
How much sleep are you getting?
About 6.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not. I need more.
But you're perfect in every way.
Oh, thanks.
So I mean, 6 hours sleep is working for you. Honestly, when you said that, I was like, okay, maybe I only need 6 to be optimal.
Well, a New Year's resolution of mine is to focus on sleep and mobility. So,
You got to work on the mobility.
Yeah.
Again, because life goes on forever.
Yeah, exactly. Life goes on forever.
I was like, again, in my 30s, and I'm like, what is going on with my hips?
Yeah.
What is going on with my shoulder? Everything is seizing up already, and we've got so long to go.
Everyone focuses on lower back. It's your hip flexors.
It's the hip flexors.
Yeah.
We're sitting so much.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
there's always a new body part that's like the thing. It's like, well, you got to fix this. And you're like, oh.
But with life is short, parts of it do feel like they go really quickly.
Oh.
Do you know?
Like what? Give me an example, because I'm like, I feel like everything's been going on forever.
I feel so. I like to look at life through seasons and not through autumn, spring, summer, although summer's amazing. Very happy to be in it. But yeah, I think there's periods of life that will have these core memories that I feel just rocket by. And I am struggling to think of one, but I lived in London for 2 years, and I think that flew. Yeah. That really flew. So, but I do agree. Life is like, I feel I feel
like London's different. That's a fast-paced city. And also, I feel like it's a city you cannot live in forever.
Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah, that's a young person city.
Yeah, it is it's a young person city or a rich person city.
Yeah. It can't be.
Yeah. But I think Sydney's pretty fast-paced. Like
coming from Perth.
And Brisbane.
Yes.
Yeah, going back.
Are you a Brisbane boy?
Yeah, Brizzy boy.
I think Brisbane and Perth people, there's a
We're
special
nice.
kinship.
We're
yes.
kind.
Say thank you to the bus driver.
Exactly. You wave when you merge.
Yes.
Yeah. It's those small things that I refuse to let go of.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Good.
But I spent a few weeks back home for Chrissy, and everyone's just so lovely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everyone's so nice, and they all like everything, because everything's slowed down, and I feel there's like less of a rat race going on. And also because like my family and friends, it's like they've all got 9 to 5s and stuff.
Yeah.
They spend their evenings cooking dinner and seeing people, not being like, oh, I've got to do 5 minutes down at the chuckle bucket and such is going to be there, so I've got to, bring my best. Like,
yeah. I sat and I watched the nightly news with a glass of wine with my parents.
The nightly news with a glass of wine. There's something about it.
Yeah. And just enjoyed conversation about our day.
Yeah.
It was lovely.
Yeah. and being like, there's no rush to go anywhere else.
Yeah, but
It's
here we
just
are.
Yeah, but here we are.
Yeah.
Rising, grinding,
Yeah, yeah.
getting our 6 city hours of sleep. They're getting 8 hours sleep.
Yeah.
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 I remember
Oh,
my brothers, they're like around the same age as me, and I've just come back from spending time in Perth as well. And it was like 10 p.m. and they were like, we're off to bed. I was like, ha ha ha. And they're like, no, this is the time that we go to sleep.
So I can relate to that.
Yeah.
Like an 8 p.m. screens off is my ideal. Lie in bed and read for 45 to an hour and be asleep by 9. My dream is to become a matinee comedian.
Oh, that's
2 p.m. shows.
Tina Fey and Amy Poehler, they've spoken about this.
Yeah.
I was like, that does actually sound rad.
Yeah, it does. And that way and like with the lineup, I like to go in the first bracket because that way it's done. And so if you're done, if the pressure's off, if you're done by 2 p.m., then you've got the rest of the day to enjoy.
Yeah.
Great.
Watch the sunset, you know? Have the glass of wine with the news every night.
Yeah. Listen to
That
me
does sound good.
talk about the thing that I choose to do, not really being paid to do, that I love, going, get it out of the way.
Oh, and if we were paid to do it, I think there'd be less get it out of the way.
Sure.
Yeah. If I was being able to, if that was my actual like living was just doing actual stand-up comedy every night, I'm like, yeah, I'd change my whole schedule around that.
Totally.
But I'm like, I've got to be at work like everyone else.
Yeah. No, love this advice. I completely agree. It's
Thank
2 for 2. So with bad advice, I agree with you that we should revoke it.
Yeah.
So it's out into the bin.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Life is not short, everyone.
Yeah. Slow the fuck down.
Now, we've got a listener who's written in.
Okay.
So please bear with me as I unlock my phone. All right. Here it is. Daniel writes, after the birth of my 3rd child, I made the decision to get a vasectomy. After the surgery, the doctor gave me a pathology letter and a jar, and I was required to provide a specimen sample 6 weeks later to ensure that the procedure worked. 6 weeks roll by, and I do what I need to do, and I go off to the pathology office to drop it off. I go straight to the receptionist in a packed but quiet waiting room and whisper that I have a specimen sample. I put the jar between us on the counter, and she asks for the doctor's letter that explains what the tests are for, which I do not have. I panicked and I hightailed it out of there, leaving an unusable jar of my stuff with the receptionist. I still need to get the test done, but now I don't have a jar. I don't know whether to go back to the pathology or what to say, but paying for another doctor's appointment just for a jar, while less embarrassing, seems a bit much. What should I do?
Okay, well, for starters, great job on getting the vasectomy after the 3rd child. Good, more men need to take on the birth control role. Sick of the IUDs, sick of the pills. Good man.
Good man.
Tick.
He is a good man. Yeah.
Forgetting the letter, that is very poor form. And look, I've never had to bust into a cup. I imagine there's a lot of pressure associated with that. Probably not thinking totally clearly, as I've, have not busted out my penis before. But from what I can tell, and tell me if I'm getting this wrong, there seems to be some sort of daze that comes over you, some sort of
I think that's just busting, not necessarily into a cup. It's
different for. I think it's different for women because afterwards I'm like, I want to get up and do things. Like, I lay there for a minute, of course, but then like after that I'm like, oh, ready.
Ritalin.
Yeah, literally. I'm like, what can I do now? Like, let's get the day started. Whereas like all the boys just.
Yeah.
So I imagine it's probably hard doing remembering everything there. Leaving it there, horrible. Let me say that.
It's almost an assault.
Yeah, you shouldn't have. It is a borderline assault. Yes.
Yeah, I shouldn't laugh, but if
it wasn't in the cup, jail.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
You don't need to, and this is where men's fear of the doctor needs to.
Sure.
Straight men's fear of the doctor. Sorry, I should be specifying. It needs to end. They need to grow up, because you can just go into a doctor's office and ask for a sample cup and they'll give it to you.
Yep.
They're not going to make you pay a full appointment to get the cup. Also, I was at the doctor's yesterday getting one of my many female appointments, by the way, where a stranger just puts a finger in you. And just like my doctor actually, sorry, this is a mad tangent, but I was getting an exam, a pelvic exam, which I like that they call it that and not just getting fingered by a doctor. And I've had a uterus for 32 years, and for the first time, they were like, "Oh, and that's where your ovary is," and it was in a completely different place to where I thought it was.
Okay,
it's like way down, like.
Wow.
Here, I thought it was up higher, but it's anyway. So I just found out yesterday where my ovary was.
Yeah, great.
Huge
Excellent.
news.
Great.
But I went to the doctor's bathroom, and on top of the toilet, there is hundreds of sample cups.
Just like empty.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You can just take.
Oh, okay.
For these things when it's like, like you probably, there's probably a lot of people having to fill out samples and stuff. They probably just were like, well, I don't want them to walk back out and be like, I pissed on the floor, can I have another one,
I don't know how I feel about sample cups being so accessible.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it's good because it takes the shame of, like, if you drop the cup or something, having to go out and be like, hey.
But it just takes one perverted mind, and maybe I'm revealing to
fuck with them.
Yeah.
Oh. No, I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Maybe I should get a different doctor. Maybe there's some bad protocols going on in my doctor's surgery.
Yeah, I'm a bit sus on that, but so you think just go back to the doctor?
Go to the doctor, just ask for another sample cup.
Yeah.
You're being silly now. You have 3 children.
Yeah.
Get it together.
Yeah.
It just has to be done,
Yeah.
With these medical things, it just has to be done.
Would you go back to the same pathology?
Oh, no. I would absolutely go to another pathology. And I think that's why you can drop samples off at any pathology for stuff like this, because you would have embarrassing moments like this all the time.
Yeah.
You just have to hand just a bodily fluid.
Well, this is the other thing. I don't understand why these cups and also the swabs are in clear tubes.
What are we
Just
doing?
give me my dignity.
Please.
Because, like, I, as a active gay man, like, I have had many a swab. And look, I'm not douching for a STI test.
No, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's a bit humiliating to have, that in a clear, like,
Yeah. So I've got to do my first ever stool sample. Huge. Very exciting stuff. And they need to work on this system. I haven't done it yet.
Okay.
But so they give you 3 test tubes that are like the same as like the blood ones, like the size when you get your blood taken, right?
Yeah.
And then they give you a bit of like baking paper.
Sure.
And a tiny spatula.
Yeah.
So you have to shit into the baking paper, holding your stool. You spatula a little part out, and then you like scrape it into the tube.
So you definitely need to change doctors because where I go is it's a short and stumpy like jar.
Yeah.
That the spatula is in the lid, and so you kind of
scoop.
Yeah.
See, my doctor's leaving out sample cups in the bathroom. They're giving me weird stool sample options. And you could do 3 in a row. Yeah. They were like, oh, we want 3 different stool samples. So I was like, so I've just got to have a little bit of poop sitting in my bathroom.
Yeah, I'd be checking for some doctor's certificates, like medical degrees, Dr. Spachemin.
Yeah. Yeah, and now I'm like, is my ovary in that spot? Like, was it medical or did I just get fingered, see a bunch of loose sample cups that have all been contaminated and been told to shit in a tiny test tube because they're like, it's funny, she'll never be able to get it in without it getting messy.
Your ovary's in your shoulder. Yeah. It's a clue.
Oh, yeah, you just got to go back. You got to get the cup. You got to,
Yeah, I think that's the right thing to do. So, yeah. Absolutely. I credit
luck,
that one as well.
Daniel.
Yeah. Beck, what are you plugging at the moment?
My YouTube channel is probably the most active thing you can find me on. It's just Bec Charlwood Comedy.
Excellent.
I've got comedy special on there. I've got clips. I've got little video essays that I'm doing.
Awesome.
I've got one coming out soon about the best TV shows for cool and funny girls.
Great.
So if you're a cool and funny girl or a gay, that also applies, I think.
Yep.
I think that's fair to
Yeah,
say.
it is. Yeah.
Great. Get on there. You'll
Great.
love it.
Yeah, excellent. Highly recommend your special Bipolar Baby.
Yes.
You can find out why you got a Primus tattoo.
Yes, which is now faded.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like it says Prius.
Look, eco-friendly.
Can you see it? It looks like I'm just like hell into the environment. I'm like, hybrids, let's go.
Beck, thank you very much for coming along.
Thanks so much for having me, Andy.
Cheers.